Oh man, we great here to talk to the kids in the entrepreneur program at Howard High. Trying to give them a little insight on my journey and how I got to the success that I am, today. So I just want to educate them on, the journey I took and the options they might got. But, they gotta, I want to get them to understand that whatever route they take, they gotta work for it. How y'all doing? Good. All right, my name is Lonnie. Like you said, I went to Concord. I didn't jump straight into college. So, I kind of was on a journey of not knowing what I wanted to do in the beginning. I had to figure it out. So I guess when I graduated, I tried to go to Del Tech, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I wasn't a school person. I didn't get straight A's or great grades and stuff like that. I was a person that kind of brought home like C's and D's, so I barely got by. Did it affect me? Somewhat, you know what I mean? But I made it through. Once I graduated, I went to Del Tech, and then that wasn't it. I wasn't, staying focused. Once I got the freedom, I was just not going to class, hanging out, not doing what I was supposed to do. So I think I got snapped on by my mom because I was wasting money. Because we all know we got to pay for college, right? So that's a pretty bag if you're not going to do what you're supposed to do. That's thousands of dollars that your parents are, and you are wasting. You know what I mean? We don't want y'all to do that. So I think I took a gap and went to started working. So now I'm trying to do the whole 9 to 5 work thing. That sucked, right? Anybody got a job in here? You got a job? What you do? Where you work at? Dunkin' Donuts? A restaurant. A restaurant? Walmart. And how long you been there? Like 4 months. Like 3 months. Since May? Oh, all right. So, I mean, me personally, it sucked, right? So I always was trying to figure out why, inside of me, why I just couldn't stand it. It bothered me to the point where it was like, I can't be here. So I would quit every job I had. After I saw my first paycheck, I would quit. Because I'll be like, I'm in here doing all this and I'm missing my check. Like, I think my first one I went to was a restaurant. It was a restaurant called Damon's. And I didn't know about restaurant money. I didn't know that it was mainly tip based. So I saw my first check and I worked like a full 2 weeks and I saw that my check was like maybe $100 and some dollars. Snap. Called to the point where I called my mom and said, I think that was the first time I like cussed talking to my mom. I said, ain't no fucking way I'm working here doing all this. And then she came up there snapping it. And that's when I got educated that it was basically you get tips and stuff. That's how you get the other side of your money. So I was like, I don't like this. So I quit there. And then I had a couple other jobs. And it just wasn't working for me. Like I just I couldn't get in there and get with the program. So I think my mom one time had sent me a job opening for Southwest Airlines down in Baltimore. So I wasn't doing right. So I was just like, you know what? Instead of me being here, not doing right, wasting my time, let me go ahead and, try this. So went down there, went to Southwest, got in, did everything I was supposed to do, loved it. Best job, I promise you, best job I ever had. I could fly for free. I can any perks with rentals. I can go out the country for dirt cheap. Um, but being immature, not knowing what to do with a job, guess what I did? Lost it. Right? Got fired. Came in there late too many times. And right before my let me go back. The main reason I went there to work for Southwest is because they was giving out. They was just when they was ready to take off. So they're great. They're starting to, business picking up. So they need employees. So they're actually giving out $2,500 signing bonuses. So if you go there, get the job, you get $2,500 on top of getting paid for training and everything else. Like now, I seen a check for $3,000. right? So now I'm like, all right, I think I can do this. But because I wasn't, mature with my time, right? Being there on time, making sure that I have everything organized because that's key, right? To organize your time so that you can do what you need to do. Finally went in there one last time. I had one strike left. And it was crazy because my last strike wasn't even my fault. My last strike was I was actually trying to help myself. I said I'm gonna stay at a coworker's house because he was closer to the job. I was like, I'm gonna stay at his house, slept on his couch, but he didn't work my same shift. So as he moved, like it was on his shift, but I had to be there earlier. Guess what? I go in there on his shift time. I get all the way to my gate to start the work. They called me into the office and said, you on your came in with your last infraction, so we're gonna have to let you go. That's the first time I ever been fired from a job, and then I cared, so it hurt, right? So I didn't like it that I can't fly for free. Now I can't get the perks, and I like to travel. So after that, I think I didn't leave Baltimore. I didn't even go to school yet. I ended up working at Home Depot down there. And next thing you know, I played basketball, right? So I decided I wanted to go to school and play basketball. So what happened was I ended up going to Morgan State, hanging out there with a couple of my friends that go there. And I just decided I like this lifestyle, right? Being in school, being on campus, being around the parties and all that, it was fun. But once again, what did I tell y'all from the beginning? I wasn't a school person. And you can't do none of these things without school. And I just wasn't that. So once I went to school, got enrolled, kind of made the basketball team, right? So I walked on and I made the basketball team. But because I didn't have my paperwork together, so you're supposed to take your SATs, you're supposed to have a good GPA, you're supposed to do this clearinghouse form that lets you. That's how the NCAA knows about your track history of school and all that. I didn't do none of that. So guess what? Another letdown. I got cut. So I went through like, dang, what am I gonna do? So after that, that's when I think I found my calling of working with kids when I started working at a group home down there. And teaching this, right? But the group home was like, it was emotionally draining me because it was a lot of kids that was going through things and they didn't have. Their parents wasn't in their corner. They didn't have nowhere to go. They were probably just doing bad things because, nobody really was trying to guide them. So I felt like, while I was in there working with them, I found love in that, right? I found love in teaching people how to make the best, of their situation, right? Like I'm not saying that everybody's situation, we all in agreement that everybody's situation is not the same, right? Mm-hmm. So everybody understand that, like, just because we see somebody go this route easy, don't mean that you can take that same route and it's gonna be as easy, right? It could be different for you. So that's why I like to teach y'all, right? Everybody don't have to take the same route. Everybody don't have to go to college and say, just because they told me to go to college and that's the only way I'm gonna be successful. That's false. Some people are and some people aren't. So my journey down there was a lot of figuring out life. But the thing is, I should have been figuring that out when? Like now, right? Because what else do y'all have to do? Right? What do you have to do? Do y'all have major bills? No, right? Do y'all buy y'all school clothes? No, right? So that means that y'all don't have nothing to do but just think about what y'all want to do. So, and I've seen that, like, based off of what she's doing, based off of what she got y'all doing, that's helping you, right? So that you can find your path. Does anybody in here know that they want to go to college? You and you. Anybody else? You. All right. What do you want to do?
Sports management.
What you gonna do with that?
I don't know, really.
See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like, what do you know about that? Why did you choose that?
Because I like sports.
But do you think that has, like, what you like about sports, is it in there?
I don't know.
See, you know what I'm saying? So What do you want to do?
Same thing.
Same thing. So is it the same answer? What you want to do?
Sports management.
Same answer. So do you have the same answer as them? Like you just chose it because you like sports?
Yeah, but I also chose it because like I also wanted to like as a backup plan be like a coach or something or like a scout.
You think you need that to be a coach? You know what I'm saying? So who else said something? You? What you want to do?
Probably like meteorology or something like that.
Holy smokes! So that's crazy. I didn't expect you to say that. So yeah, he threw me for a loop there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. What do you want to do with that? You want to be a meteorologist?
Yeah, I'm trying because you get like to be able to travel to different cities and like.
So all right. So boom. So you're using this to travel?
Kinda, but kinda not. Like,
So give me the kinda and kinda not.
Because I want to be able to travel,
Mm-hmm.
but I also want to focus on like the weather. And stuff
Okay.
like that. So it's like
So you got a little bit of the reason why you want to do it. Okay, what you want to do?
I want to be a postpartum nurse.
A postpartum nurse?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Cause I mean now I'm a dad. I learned about that. I didn't know nothing about that. I only heard about it, but I heard that that's real. Like women really go through things after that. So that's what's up. So you got to go to college for that. Anybody else? Don't. You just want to work? Y'all just want to work? What do you want to do?
Psychological criminology.
Well, explain that to me.
Well, technically, you like observe and interview like criminals, like serial killers, and like.
You watch a lot of those.
That's the Criminal Mind stuff.
Yeah, you be
Yeah.
watching them shows. You be locked in. Oh, I don't watch that type of stuff. I don't know. So, and everybody else that didn't raise their hand, is it because you don't know or you just want to work?
I don't know.
You don't. You said you don't know. What you say?
It's kind of complicated. I'd rather not say.
It's complicated on your decision.
I mean, I already made my decision, technically, because this is kind of like a trade school, and part of like that program is
What's your
computer networking.
computer networking?
I'm kind of like dual enrolled into Dell Tech, so I'm technically already in college. So
Well, yeah. So I'm saying those, but your answer to that is I want to go to college though, and you need to go to college for what you want to do.
no, not really.
What do you want to do? Oh, well, I guess you said you didn't want to talk about it, right?
Yeah.
All right. What about
I'm on the fence.
what you want to do?
Yes. So, my trade is actually a 911 operator. So
Okay.
I'm gonna do that after I graduate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about going to school. I think about like, being a licensed clinical social worker, but I'm not sure.
You know anybody that's a social worker?
Yes, I do actually. My aunt's a social worker.
Oh, she is. So you talk to her about
She
being
had a story every day.
a story,
Like,
and
yeah.
but is them stories is what make you say, "Yeah, I want to do it."
Yeah.
Okay. And what about you?
I don't know.
You don't know yet. What about you?
I don't know either.
You don't know yet, and y'all say. So for y'all, right? Starting with y'all, right? So what I would say, I would do education before you choose that. One thing I do not want. Oh, I forgot. Hold on. What did you know? What you want to do?
So that's a hygienic.
Dental hygienist? Okay. So what I would say is I don't like when people pick dead majors. Right? What do you think I'm saying by dead major?
It's like you're dead center on what you want to do.
Say it again?
You're dead center on what you want to
No.
do.
Go
Can't
ahead.
make no money.
Majors that like not a lot of people pick.
Nah, some of it, yes. So what I mean by dead major is like I say I want to go to school for business, but what do I do with that after? Right? Like I go to school for business, but then I get out of school and then I find out that there's nothing I can do with that degree. You know what I'm saying? So that means you went to school for umpteen years and then now you're working at Target. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw that. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times because I'm older, right? I'm an old man now, right? So it was pushed on us heavy. Like in my generation, it was like that was end all be all. And I had to learn the hard way. And nobody was talking to me like, yo, you really don't got to go if you don't really know because it's going to be a waste of money. Right? I would have rather somebody told me that at the beginning instead of me trying to do something for someone else. Right? Because I don't want nobody to go to school for someone like you saying, if my mom wanted me to go. She just wanted me to go, so I just went. But then now, what are you doing with your life? You could have been doing something you like. right? You could have been exploring with the time that you have with freedom on something that you can enjoy, right? Because that's what life is really about, is like finding something you enjoy and latching onto that. So what I would want y'all to do is look into what y'all major, y'all just said, right? And then when you see what it says, does it line up with what you think? And if it don't, then what? We gotta find something else, right? Or find what you want. What do you like about sports?
I like the teams and like watching them play.
So don't go to school for that if that's what you know what I'm saying? Because you can just go buy a ticket to go see the Sixers play. For all that, you can go get a job and you know what I'm saying? Because once you're done, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's because it's not that. Sports, it's not. I'm telling you that now. It's not what you think it is. And you're gonna.
I was gonna say, but if I don't really like it, I also got a backup plan.
But why waste your time if you don't like it? Well, why waste your time if it's not even in line with what you're doing? You see what I'm saying? Now you got to give me the I don't know because it don't make sense. You heard it in your mind. It's like once I said it to you, like, dang, that don't make sense. You see what I'm saying? So backup plan to what? What's plan A?
Do like electrical engineering.
Me personally, I would say, and the fact that y'all in entrepreneurship, guess what I would say? I would say focus on that, start an electrical company, and then now you got money flowing in. And if you choose to want to go to college and just say, I want to learn it, then I'll do it. Because you will probably find something faster and make more money and build something more sustainable if you focus on the plan A. Don't give yourself that plan B. Focus, give yourself a 100% say, I'm going after it. I'm going to get that. That is my plan A is what I'm going to get. Don't even forget that plan B. Scratch that. You know what I'm saying? Because you in that trade now, right? You see? And you almost done, right? You're all seniors, right? They all seniors.
Basically done.
Right. So just focus on that. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Like, do you really like it or are you just saying it?
Like I enjoy doing it.
So focus on that. Don't even do it. Y'all two just figure it out. You got to go to school. You said, I don't know how to help you. You like watching.
You gotta go to school.
Yeah, you gotta go to school. I can't help that. Well, you said you want to be a social worker. What's the other options that you got?
I'm very interested in like legal, anything to do like the legal field. I went to like Newcastle County Police Station, and I was like really excited. I really liked it. But I'm not sure 100%.
So how do you think about it? Like, do you think about it often? Do you write things down? Do you study a lot? Do you read a lot on it?
I just watch everything. Like I like watching like psychology or like interrogation.
Oh,
I'll sit and watch that all day long. Yes.
So 48 hours, you like. So
and first 48.
Yeah,
You like first. So you should be going to school. You probably should start thinking about criminal justice then.
Yeah.
Right.
That's my shop.
That's your shop, criminal justice.
It's a shop.
Oh,
I
I
never did other shop.
I didn't. Everybody like this. What? That's a
We
shop?
do services.
Okay.
Oh, okay. It's just not worded that way.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna break down how I decided to go on my journey, right? So how I always break it down to people is I made a list, right? So I listed everything I like. I don't care if it made money or didn't make money, right? So I listed it. And then what I did with that list, I researched every one of those things, right? And every one of those things that I researched, I seen how much it made, and I looked at myself and I said, can I, do I want to go on this journey based off the things that I'm reading, the steps to get to that?
First, hold on. Why did you make this list?
Why?
Yeah.
Because I was trying to start my own business, and I knew that who I was, I didn't want to work for nobody. I knew that cold-heartedly. I know that. I was like, I can't handle working, I can't handle taking orders and all that. So I was like, yo, I'm not going to be successful in life if I don't figure something out. So I started making lists, and then I started breaking the list down. So then when I started to break my list down, my first business was my detailing company. That was my first shot at, trying to start a business. I learned quick, fast, in a hurry that if you're not organized, the things that I didn't work on, that was affecting me. And I was like, dang, I thought this was never going to catch back up to me. But now that I really need these things, organization, discipline, structure, consistency. Like I didn't know those. I didn't believe in those words as a thing, right? Like so once I started to, start to realize the definition of those words and really understand what they really mean and how I can apply them to my life, that's when a little bit of that list started making a little bit more sense to me.
Yeah, but that's hard to like be consistent.
You got to think about this. Are you consistent? You are. You wash your behind every day, don't you?
Yeah.
You put your glasses on every day, don't you? Just because you don't see that, that's because you put something that you can see.
You put
right?
clothes on.
You put clothes on every day. That's still considered consistent. Now you have to be now it's going to add something to consistent on purpose.
I mean, like time management, being on time, like things like that are difficult.
Wow.
Like it's hard to. That's something I struggle with, like being on time every day.
All right, so you're not disciplined on cutting things off that you need to when this need to be cut off.
Yeah, like procrastination.
Yeah. But is it procrastinating because it might be hard? No. Whatever you're facing?
No.
Why do you think? Well, tell me why do you think you procrastinate?
I don't know. I feel like I just be being like lazy.
Right. That's true. All right. And these are the honest things you got to say to yourself because now you can pinpoint it. Right? Like if you know you lazy, right? Then you gotta call a spade a spade. That's the only reason I get through this. You gotta be honest with yourself. You can't be up there like, oh, I'm not really lazy. But you know that when we not around, you're behind and sitting down not doing nothing. Right?
I mean,
I'm not saying doing nothing, but in the times that you saying you procrastinate.
I'm like certain things bother me, like being late to work.
That bothers you?
I hate being late to work. I'm always late to work.
Are you in control of your transportation?
Yeah.
You drive.
Yeah.
So why are you late to work?
I don't know. I think.
No, you do know.
I think I take too long in regular or something.
So how can we do that? Laying stuff out the night before?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? There's always an answer.
But it's hard to be consistent with that.
Yeah, but you got to talk to yourself. If you're not crazy, I talk to myself. I'm not crazy for that. Right? You really have to say, yo, you got to really talk to yourself. You got to preach to yourself. Yo, I want better. If I want better, I got to do better, right? So you got to constantly, it's a battle as an adult. You're right. That's why I'm agreeing with you. But I'm also telling you that you have to be stern and disciplined on yourself. You have to be like, all right, I want to be here on time. If you want to be here on time and you really want it, just like if you wanted that jacket, you said, hey, I want that jacket. Can I get that jacket? You got that jacket, didn't you? Right. You carry that same energy towards you getting to work on time. Just think about it. All you got to do is constantly, you got to be in the present thought. You got to be, not your subconscious. Don't let that control you. Be in your present thought. Be actively in that actual thought. You be like, yo, all right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay my clothes out the night before. I'm going to set my alarm for 2 hours before I got to go to work. Right? You just set an alarm. I ain't say you got to move. I say you just got to set an alarm. What time you got to be to work? 5, right? Well, you go after school.
Yeah.
So what, you go home first?
Yeah.
And you get what you do. So what's this? You go to school, go home, and then what? When you get home, what? No, what do you do when you get home? Now is what I'm saying.
Right. I chill for a little bit, and then I get ready for work. And then once I get back from work, I do homework.
So why not instead of chilling, do your homework so that you using that time for this and get done your homework, and then by the time you're done your homework, it's time to roll. You know what I'm saying? Like start setting things up for yourself. You start writing things down. That helps. Like if you try to just do it on your own and fight for your own and you don't know how to like kick yourself in the butt to get going, like use the tools. Start writing things down. Put it up on your board. Go to work on, like, I don't care if you could write on a piece of paper and smack it dead. If you got something in front of you, get to work on time. So that now when you see it, it clicks in your brain. And then now just keep that note there until you don't need the note no more. So just try different things that kind of get you motivated, keep you going, and keep you on the prize, right? So, cause I'm struggling with that, and I'm only telling you this now. I'm 40 years old, and I still struggle with certain things. But
I think you look 40.
I thought it was 30 something.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Wait, whoa.
Yeah, he
What?
older than me.
What?
You're younger, like what?
Yeah, well, I mean, I tell people I handle stress well. I don't stress. You know what I mean?
Black person.
Yo, crazy. I knew that was coming. I knew that was. But yeah, just start using your tools so that you can get on to work on time. And I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check and see if you getting to work on time. What's up?
I woke up with like -5 minutes to get outside to catch the bus today.
You woke up. Hold on. Say that again.
I
Came out of nowhere. You threw me for a loop because you was chilling and then you was like, boom. All right.
I woke up with -5 minutes to get outside
Today.
today.
What does that mean?
Does that mean that you're
It
late
means
too?
I'm supposed to get on the bus at 6. It's 6:05 and I just woke up.
So why you think that
I
happened?
didn't miss the bus.
Why you think
He's coming from Dover.
Oh, so you take it's not a
So if I
it's a
miss that
public
bus,
bus.
no one's driving me. No,
That's
it's
a school bus.
Yeah.
Dang, y'all got a school bus coming from Dover?
Yeah, they can't go fast.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You know what I mean? Like, but all right. So you woke up late.
Yeah.
Do you work up late all the time?
No.
It was just today.
It's only because I have to. It's weird how I put it, but I have to hype myself up to wake up.
I get it, bro. I
Like
get it.
you go to sleep saying wake up. You're gonna wake up. At
Yeah,
this
yeah,
time,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
It will work.
Yeah. But you want to know what I do? So when I was going through my journey of this, right, I had to train myself. So don't get it twisted. I had to train myself. So this is how to help you. This is how I train myself to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning every morning. I used to set an alarm at 4:30.
I do that.
I skip 6.
No, I set 10 of them.
I wake up at
Well,
5.
set 20.
I set one at 4:15.
Well, set
4:30.
Well, you sounds like you need to set more than the average person. You need to set one every minute after that first alarm. Set one every minute after that, and then now you're gonna get annoyed. So you're gonna wake up because I'm tired of hearing this phone.
No, somebody told me you gotta put your phone on the other side of the room, so you gotta get up to turn it on.
I want to hear it.
Yo, what?
Damn.
Well, unfortunately, it sounds like I can't help you then.
But he
It's
said
like
every day, so
yeah. So like that is one thing that helped me. Well, that helped me. Like I'll set it over there, and then I'm just like, and I'll set it on the most annoying sound, and I gotta get up to go get it. And once I'm up, I'm out of there. But those are the things I've trained myself.
or use a song.
Yeah, or that.
They start hating us.
I gotta buy it on iTunes.
You got what?
I gotta buy it on iTunes.
Oh well.
No, you don't. You got Apple Music. You can use it.
Or get Spotify. Spotify free. If you need a song.
No, I got no
Music
Alexa.
free too.
I got no Alexa.
Huh?
You said music free.
I'm pretty
Oh, I
sure
don't
you
know
can
that
just
one.
replace your phone alarm with any audio you download. You can just go.
Well
to
then
YouTube.
you find them all and you add them to your phone. You know what I mean? So we don't have this problem no more. But yeah, so those are the things I trained myself so that I can, what my day looked like was waking up at 5, praying, stretching, saying affirmations to myself, right?
You do this like a routine?
Yeah.
So how do you maintain that routine?
I say to myself,
It's
but I put a goal there, though, right? So my goal is and my goal is general, right? And I want to be better. And I can't really have that, 40 years old and not doing nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I use opinions of other people to kind of be like, I don't want to hear that. So to do that, let me be great. And then now they got nothing to say about me but nothing but great. Like, yo, that's perfect. And now what do I hear, right? Bro, I see you doing your thing. Bro, how do you wake up at 5? Yo, I've been trying to get on like that. And now I'm educating, and now I'm getting the next person. So it's one person at a time. Once it starts with me, then it's gonna go to you. Then it's gonna go to you. Then now this whole room is gonna wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and really say like, dang, it feels good to wake up with the birds. And you're gonna start to love it, right? Because you're gonna start to feel. Use your feeling. Like if you feel like, dang, this sucks, let's fix that. So I use that as a benefit for me. Was you going to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you do now?
So now it's tough, right? So now we're ready to run it down. All of that, right? To say I developed the skill to now. I now have a printing company. I have a clothing brand. I have
Are you an entrepreneur?
As a general, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Now I haven't had a job in 10 years.
So how did you get started on your clothing brand?
That was a funny thing because I started out with, so my brand is called Wristtakers. It's spelled like, yeah, she got it on right there. And got the sock. Boom. Yeah, boom. So it started out as beaded bracelets, right? And I kind of was tapping into what is my purpose on this earth, right? And how can I? So I got a lot of creative friends, and one of them did clothes. Other ones were just good at school, right? And they all was doing something. I wasn't doing nothing, and it started to weigh on me like, you the only one that ain't doing nothing. So I went to my friend that does clothes already, and I said, y'all want to, start making something. I want to be creative. I have creative thoughts, but I don't know how to, show them. So I started making, as therapy for myself, I started making beaded bracelets. And it was something therapeutic for me. I was just in the crib, it was a no phone, no nothing, just focused on these bracelets and my thoughts. And then people just started to take to them. They were like, oh, you always got bracelets on, they fire. Bro, can you make me some? And it went like that. And then I was like, and mind you, it was people that, don't wear bracelets. That's another thing. When it was like people that probably would have looked at you and be like, bro, why you got bracelets on? But then they see that, the way I put them on, the way I dress them, they be like, yo, yeah, I need them. So I just started there. And it was a journey. So I set a goal for myself. I set a goal to sell. I just wanted to make go back. Went to my friend. I said, yo, how can I get into the fashion industry? How can I get into that world? I don't want to make clothes because I think at that time it was oversaturated with just people just creating brands. So I made bracelets. I said, y'all make the clothes, I'll make the accessories. So it worked. He said, I don't know, bro. I don't know if it's going to work, bro. It's kind of hard for you, call a spade, black dude, selling bracelets, selling beaded bracelets at that. Like, it's not the norm, you know what I'm saying, or for somebody to choose that. So I like challenges. You tell me I can't, I'm going to show you I can, right? So I made it bracelets, and I think I exceeded my goal. I only wanted to make like $500-600 just to prove him that, like, I could do it. I made $1,000. And then once I hit $1,000, I was like, look, I told you. Then once I realized that, I kind of got bored with it because it was only to prove him wrong. You know what I mean? So now I got to prove, after I proved him wrong, guess what? I got to prove something to myself now. Can you keep this going? Can you, take this to the next level? And the next level was, me making clothes. So I went through the processes of, buying all the equipment to make clothes. And then I was like, I think I went to another printing company and I got a shirt made, and I realized how much I had to pay. Yeah, and I said, you know what? I want that. I want that money. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go learn how to do screen printing. And I went and did free interning for about 6-7 months at this. Well, it's tough because it's not a real thing, right? Because print companies are small businesses. And to go into a business, now that's shaky. So that's where you get shaky. A lot of businesses are not going to say, just, hey, come on in here and I'll show you how to, because now you become competition. And a lot of people hate. That's the other side of entrepreneurship. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? But I don't believe that. So I can show you. You can come intern with me. You can come see him.
It's not me. My boyfriend started clothing brand. He just started.
Okay, well then we can talk about that, you know what I'm saying, and see where you at with it, because I don't play around with, playing like half and half. You know what I'm saying?
He made a business page and all that. He bought he pressed all that stuff.
Yeah. He went on, that's the journey I took. But yeah, I went to a print company. I said, you know what, this is what I want to do. Can you show me? And he said, you know what? I'm going to tell you a story. The story he told me was I went to another screen printer and I asked him just like you asked me, and he told me no. And that's like I told you. And he said that didn't do nothing but fire him up. So now he went harder at getting money, saving money, buying the equipment. He bought the equipment, started his business, right? Got his team, started his business. His business grew so big that he outgrew the building he was in. So he ended up going, it's funny because he ended up going back to the person that told him no and bought him out. So now he was in that building that the person told him no. bought them out. And then now he's out of that building and is in a way bigger building. And it doubled in size. And each time he grew. So when I met him, they was doing $1.2 million a year. Before, this year's not over, right? So they posted this 4 months ago, that they did $5.2 million this year. And the year's not even over. So guess what once again, when I heard that, what did I say? I want that. And so I took everything that they taught me. Guess what I did? I found me a team. That's what I've been doing ever since. That shirt, this shirt, that shirt. I didn't make these socks, but
This is like
that was
original.
that's like world like when I didn't know what I was doing.
This is when
Get
you
you on Instagram.
Yeah, y'all, go follow it. Wristtakers, WRIS, like around your wrist. So I spelled it like that too, is because it's like that's my energy, right? Because I had to make it, so I feel like I put my energy in everything I do. So now my energy is around your wrist. And now that I'm making the clothes, my energy is in you, because this is nothing but positive energy. Like I'm taking you on your journey. I'm walking with you. That's what the whole why it's spelled like that. Kind of how I feel like I'm walking with you. So so I learned from them, and then now I'm to the point where I'm like almost about to hire employees. Like it took me 2 years after learning from them to, get to the point where now I can have employees. So that's when I unlocked the door of consulting and teaching people this. So now what I'm doing with y'all, people pay me to do now. They pay a nice amount of money for me to talk to them like this. So that's another one of my jobs. So my brand, my printing company, consulting, and I'm about to start a nonprofit because I want to give back. I want to create opportunities for people that don't know what they're doing. Because when you come work with me, I'm not only going to just say, come work with me, right? I'm going to teach you these things. I'm going to talk to you like this. I'm going to help you set up to whatever you need to set up. So if you came to me and wanted to work and you said, I want a car wash, or, hey, I want a restaurant. I know the steps, you know what I mean? Because once you start one company, it's the same principle. It's just different things I apply it to. All businesses are ran like the same way the NBA is ran. If I want my business to run respect, I got to run it just like that. Same as Walmart, same as everybody else. It's all running off the same principle. It's just we're selling different things. So once I kind of like started, feeling comfortable with teaching, that's when I unlocked my consulting business. And I'm working on a client right now where I'm starting his whole athletic wear. So girls tights and tops and the guys workout shorts and stuff like that. That's my first client where I'm working on now. So back to like the printing company. I use that, you know what I mean? Because I created that for this. That was literally because to be fair, no, I don't like it. You know what I mean? Like I knew about that energy. Like I said, that energy, I don't want to work for nobody, but it's impossible to like not have that, to not work. So I was like, if I'm gonna apply that, if I'm gonna have that energy, I'm gonna find something. Services are something that everybody's gonna always use. And a service like a print company, who don't use a print company? So I use that as my 9 to 5. And then when I want to, be creative, go to my clothing brand. When I want to help people, I do the consulting. You know what I'm saying? So now, so now when I see now I got all those started, I talked to someone about what I was doing. I was saying, I got kids that I bring in, I teach them entrepreneurship, all this, all that. I do events. I did a basketball little showcase game like a month ago before it got cold. I do different pop-up shops where I take other brands and other people who are creatives and I put them all in one room and we sell our products. So look at that now. I then created a product, which is my brand, right? Then I became the manufacturer, right? And then now I'm creating platforms to sell it. So I pretty much cornered the whole thing to where each one has to use each one. So now, watch when I step away from it in like a year or two, all I gotta do is just sit back and watch it work. So that's why I said, though, now I can give my time to the nonprofit. And the nonprofit is called Creatives Only. And Creatives Only is set up for all creatives, right? Because I believe that even if you're a teacher, you got to be creative, right? Because she got to be creative to even teach y'all, to get y'all to pay attention. She can't just be like, yo, here go a book and read it, because y'all going to be like, I ain't doing that. It's just not resonating with me, right? So she got to be creative. So anybody that wants to, showcase their creativity, I want you under this umbrella. I want you to come over and be able to use my platform to get it out there. And I want to build this platform big enough to where all you got to do is just come on and just share the light. I don't need you to do nothing extra other than, just promote here and there and just come get this money. Because that's what I really want to do. I care. I want people to eat. I don't like people, like if you got a job, I don't like people that have a job and say, man, I don't feel like doing this every day. Like I hate that because that's a stress and that's going to make you old fast. You know what I'm saying? Remember I tell you that, don't do that. So if you really genuinely inside don't want to do it, start figuring out what you want to do. And like I said, start your list. We're going to all start from a list and then we're going to break that list down so we can start figuring out what you want to do, because I don't want y'all out here just doing what somebody else told you to do, because you're going to look up 10, 20 years from now and you're going to be like, it's going to click, right? These clicks happen at ages. Like when you're 18, a click is going to happen. When you're 21, a click is going to happen. And what I mean by a click is like, it's a mindset. Your mindset is going to be like, what am I doing? Every time at these clicks, it's going to be like, what am I doing? And you're going to look around and you're going to say, yo, all right, I'm 18. You're allowed to kind of like do whatever, right?
I'm still waiting on that click.
You can't wait. Don't wait on the click, because the click you don't do the click. It just happens. It's the universe thing, right? It's natural, because it might not happen at 18. It might happen at 20. It might happen at 18. It might happen at 19. It might happen at 25. But I'm just saying, as you get older, these thoughts are going to come to your mind, and then you're going to be like, yo, especially if you didn't do what you wanted to do, it's going to bother you. And I don't want you to go through that. I want you to be like, oh, at least I tried it. At least I know I did it. And I didn't like it, right? And then now all right, that's the reason why. So now try to the next thing until you find that where you got that energy of like, oh, I love what I do. I genuinely, and that to go back to your thing to help you with not being late, is finding what you love to do. Because if you find what you love to do, then you won't be late. I can guarantee you that. You're gonna wake up and say, oh, I wake up every morning and love going to work. I told you I quit every job I had. I've never in my life would have thought I would be waking up with a love going to work. Now I do.
I like to write, but you can't really make money out of it.
Who says that?
Right?
Who says that?
Yeah, I love writing.
But who says you can't? What makes you think you can't make no money?
Journalism and writing has nothing to do with the type of writing that I want to do.
What type of writing you want to do?
I like spoken word and stuff like that.
What do you mean? You
Journalism.
know
You can write poetry books.
Yo,
journalism?
You crazy?
No, there's poetry books.
It's poetry books. It's out. People out there are getting paid to do that. Are you? You must didn't do no research. You just assume.
No,
That's the first I heard about you talking about some writing.
Yeah, and what type of writing you want to do? Like, what type of writing you like to do?
Not really like I like writing about stuff I'm passionate about. Like everyone, like my teachers and stuff, they tell me I write very well. Like I don't.
So, you ever thought about journalism?
No, I haven't.
You ever thought about writing a book?
Yeah, but like, how do you start that?
You wrote you just the way you do it for your class, like start
rough drafts and stuff.
yeah, like you just start jotting things down and like you just gotta do. Once you gotta do.
I did start writing.
Right. So and then just keep writing. Just keep writing, and guess what? You're gonna look up 2 years from now and be like, dang, I didn't even know I got a book right here. Publish the book. Put it all together. Go, I mean, you might not like it, you might not see it for yourself, but I know it's hard right now because y'all can't see the future, but I can see the past. See what I'm saying? Y'all can't see the future, but I can see the past. So I can see where, you don't see where you're great at, because I can read one. And that's why your teachers can say to you, like, you don't really understand what you got. And you be like, but I don't like it. But your teacher is saying that, yo, if you did find a light for that, you probably could be that millionaire that you know you want to be. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why you got to kind of talk to the people that you care about that's telling you these right things. What's up?
Oh, you can finish.
All right, telling you the right things and you kind of follow that. If they telling you stuff that's not like conducive or positive to your life, then yes, I don't care about that. But if it's somebody that's saying like, yo, that writing that you just did, yo, that crazy, like, take heed to that. Because that might be, like, what I learned too, everything I said no to was I should have been saying yes to.
Yeah, same. My grandpa used to be like, you should be a teacher. I was like, I don't want to be a teacher. Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't a teacher until now.
My dad used to tell me I should be a lawyer.
And based off of the things you like,
LSS.
That's what I'm saying though. You gotta look at that. You gotta step outside yourself and look at that. It's not, you just said naturally, and now I'm hearing that your folks, your grandpa said you should be a lawyer. And then you tell me, I just love anything that got to do with law. So I don't understand how you don't know what you're doing.
It's because you got to be in school for so long.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but don't let that stop.
Yeah, you in school for a minute. I heard it's not easy. Like,
no, it's not, ain't nothing like easy. This is like hard.
I'm a church kid. Everybody telling me the same thing.
Go ahead.
I don't know what I want to do, but I like editing and video stuff.
Don't hurt oops all day. That's all I do. That's why I create. I do like this. So now my business unlocks those doors, right? So my business unlocks it because she's under creators only, right? So she does all our video work, right? And she does all the editing and stuff like that. But guess what? When somebody else sees this and they're gonna be like, yo, because matter of fact, that just happened. She did a video of us promoting creatives only, this new hoodie we about to drop. And next thing you know, I'm getting a DM saying, yo, who did your video?
I have.
You see what I'm saying? Like, if you like it, it's big money in that. It's success in that. If you dive in and go now, while you how old?
I've already started.
How
I
old
made
are
a YouTube channel.
How old?
18.
18? What content?
Just on a random game.
You gaming?
Yeah, I'm not gaming because my computer's too bad to record it right now.
Mhm.
But it's like stuff revolving around the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's made like 180 so far.
$180.
Oh,
you monetized it already?
Yeah, I have 2K.
So you know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's I just think working 3 days to make $20.
You gotta, it's because you gotta think of, ain't it right now?
Huh?
You're doing that right now. So just imagine you staying consistent with that and giving that 5 years. You think you're gonna be making $20 in 5 years? You think Ninja did that?
But you could be using that money that you're getting, save it up, and then get that better software that you need.
Right. You see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta understand. So only dude I know is Ninja. That's the only one. Now I'm old, so I only know the originator of it. So like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta think he started there. You're young. You feel what I'm saying? You're not gonna be making $25,000, $20,000 tomorrow. Be patient, stay consistent, start getting what you need so that it could be the best of whatever it is, the level. I don't know the level of it, but I know there's a best, right? Just work towards the best and just stay consistent with that. Because that's one thing I argue with my parents about. They don't understand that. They don't understand because I'm the generation where I started all this. So they telling me, all y'all do is play that game all day, right? That argument fit us because we couldn't make no money off of it. It don't fit y'all because you already made money off of it. So you already in the positive. So just stay with that and just get better at whatever your content is. Just stay with it and get better at it. You might not need no good job. You feel what I'm saying? You might not. That might be your job. I know you know more than I know. I know that generally, I heard somebody say a kid got millions of dollars off this.
I know. I think I know.
That don't motivate you?
Shorty like 4 years old making $1 million.
That don't motivate you though?
It does.
It does?
I can't go anywhere without a better computer.
We ain't talk about that. We ain't talk about things that's gonna hold us back.
I've gotten this far with a computer that can't.
So you should be looking at yourself and look what all I did with the least amount. Just imagine if I had everything I needed.
So
think of it that way.
What other chances of you even making it in journalism?
Huh?
Like how?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's probably a travel thing. So maybe if you went to New York, your chances are greater. I don't know about that industry. I just know about big cities. I know. Matter of fact, I know somebody that went to Hampton. A girl that went to Hampton back when I was down. She's like a magazine editor in New York and getting banked. That's how I know for a fact that what you think and you see, it ain't that. You can actually be successful and very successful in that.
I think it starts with marketing. You have to make like an Instagram and a TikTok.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It's all of that. And I want you to understand that like this, whatever this journey is, if you're going to go on any journey of entrepreneurship, I don't want you to have the lens of it's easier. It's not.
Yeah, I'm not a social media person either. That would be hard.
Well, then become a boss and delegate. So now you find somebody that is, and you say, yo, I'll give you a percentage off of this. And if you just go in there and sell my product, then guess what? I just fixed that problem that you're not good at. You see what I'm saying? Because that's another version of things too, understanding yourself. Are you going to do it yourself, or are you going to delegate and move it faster? Because you could turn that into, but who knows how long it's going to be for you to get comfortable to be in front of, the camera or be on social media. We don't know how long that's going to take. Only you know that. But I know that if you latch on to somebody that's good at it, your business could pop off tomorrow. So it's just understanding what route you want to take. Understanding what you're willing and willing to do and not willing to do. Understand yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Tell yourself the truth. Like we talked about earlier. If I know I'm lazy, then I gotta figure out, hey, if I'm gonna be lazy to this, can I kick myself out of it? Or do I gotta now say, yo, I'm gonna find somebody to fill that in so that now it don't matter if I'm lazy or not because they doing it. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what I do. And I was the person that take on everything. So I'm doing the Instagram. And I'm not an Instagram person. Like,
I mean, like, I don't have like a large, like, I don't really be on social media. That's
yeah, but I know. I know exactly what you're saying. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you got to build it. And if you're not willing to build it, then that's why you live in that mindset. So let's get out of that and say, all right, look, do I want to be a boss about it? I'm going to get somebody. You know what I mean? But like I said, I was the person that said, you know what? I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to do it. I'm going to figure it out. But the thing I was coming in grip, like I was burning myself out there because now I'm doing everything. I'm making my clothes. I'm promoting my clothes. I'm printing other people's clothes. I'm trying to help other people, start their businesses.
So you think it would benefit to have a team?
Heck yeah. What? Do I? What? Yes, 100%. 1,000%.
Get there faster.
You get there faster. And it's like, but it's tough. That's the tough thing.
Because you don't really hear about that when people start businesses. Like,
what?
You don't really talk about how they have a team.
They just say they do.
Yeah, they do it. So they lying.
Don't leave it.
They just trying to get. They just trying to get that because you have that kind of thought in yourself because we all human. So we all have these thoughts, but who talks about it is different. That's a different conversation. But we all go through all these thoughts. And we feel like, yeah, I did that myself. But nah, I can't say that. I'll be disrespecting her. If I said it out, that's how I feel about it. That's why I can never say, I don't even like when people say that. Like, you know what I mean? No rapper, no basketball player, nobody that you see on a famous level of success did anything by themselves. I don't care what they say to you. They are lying straight through the teeth. So, like, yeah, you got to have a team. And that's tough, though, because now you got to find people that's, like, just as passionate about you. I mean, about, themselves to give their energy, give their, their gift to you. You got to find people on that same wavelength. And that took me a long time because first with my friends, right?
Yeah, that's hard, too, though.
I'm going to tell you, it's no beef, right? But I lost friends that I've had for over 20 years because of this journey I went on. Because when I said, and it's crazy because like I said, the help I need, I'm going to set it up to where all you got to do is just do. I'm not going to ask you to go too much crazy out of your way. So with my friends, it was like literally, they're not social media people, right? But I said that, yo, the way social media works, I need your help for the likes, the comments, and stuff like that. But they just couldn't wrap their mind around it. And it was frustrating me. And I'm beating a dead horse. They don't do it. Now I'm like, man, they ain't with me. Now I'm thinking bad things about my friends. And I didn't like that. And I was like, yo, I can't do that. Because it's really not personal. That's just not who they are. That's just like if I ask you to do something that's not who you are, I can't get mad at you because you're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's not fair to you. So with that being said, like that's the first tier of people that you go to. We all did it. Every entrepreneur that had went on this journey, I bet you started there.
I think you should talk about like why they should go to college too, because you
Well,
people like you.
Right. So, all right, if you want to talk about that, the ones that going to college, you learn, right? You learn skills in college. Don't get it twisted. So, even with y'all, right? You do learn, organization because now, in college, you 100% on your own, right? So, you got to learn, time management. You got to learn getting to class on time because that one class that you're going to need is at 8 o'clock. And if you're not a person that's waking up on time, guess what? That ain't gonna be Miss Britt. That's gonna like, come on, guys. That teacher gonna be like this. What? I'm getting paid anyway.
I don't even like my first class.
What?
Yeah, you already got.
You don't like your first class?
Not my teacher.
You're gonna have to get over that too because there's gonna be a million people in the world you ain't gonna like and you're gonna have to deal with. So you're gonna have to look in the mirror and say, I gotta find a way. So you should go to college because the biggest thing I got from college, the biggest thing is my network, right? The people. So now how does that help me? Now my clothes go from New York to California. It's not even like it's prominently here in Delaware. Like this is actually one of the hardest sales that I've ever had. In Delaware, where I live, where I wake up every day. Yeah. And then so on social media, I did one of those when I looked at, see where my brand was getting noticed at, Delaware was like closer towards the end. Like my biggest ones was New York, California, and South Carolina. So my network gives me that. Going to college, meeting people, because you'll never know who you meet. You might meet the next CEO of Apple. And then now that's your best friend. You feel what I'm saying? So now your best friend might say, yo, guess what? I got a writing job for you. Boop. Now you got a job writing and you're getting 6 figures. And you was like, and you're going to think about today. And you're going to be like, dang, I really at that time thought there was no money in writing. And you're going to be like, I was totally wrong. You know what I'm saying? But you build that through your network. So college is good. I give that credit. I give my network credit. So that's one of the biggest things. Classes and stuff, if you don't need it, yeah. But my network was the biggest thing. And the experience, right? So getting out there, finding yourself. Going out there when you got freedom, people don't handle freedom well. People don't handle freedom well. They'll just be like, no, now I ain't got to talk to my parents. I can just do what I want. You're going to learn just like how I had to learn at Southwest. Then next thing you know, your parents going to get that call and say, yeah, you on academic probation. And then they're going to be like, yo, I just gave up $20,000 for the semester. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, you got that gotta click in for you. But if that's why I'm saying, with that being said, that's why I'm saying if you're going to go to college, go there knowing what you're doing and really just think that it's going to be fun time. Because it is that, but guess what the fun time will do for you?
Nothing.
Have you right back here in Delaware explaining everybody, because they're going to be like, yo, bro, I thought you just went to, what happened? You're going to come back and you're going to make up a story that ain't going to sound as bad. You're going to be like, bro, they was hating on me. They didn't want me in here, man. They was just, when the whole time you messed it up. I see that a lot. And that's why I want to educate people on, studying before you go. Understanding what you're going for, right? Don't go in there just winging it, because, some people are good at it. Majority ain't. And they be sent home. You know what I mean? So that type for college though, I like that. I like that, you know, I had got the experience of being on my own, learning that who I am as a person, I can stand on my own. Because as an adult, what do you have to do? Right? So that's the point of that window of time in college, right? You figuring things out. You start to say that, hey, this is what I want to do. I kind of got an idea what I want to do. And then when you graduate, it's down, you in it. You know what I'm saying? So I just stay on that college thing far as like, it's just that I'm on the side, I understand it's not for everybody.
So what college did you go to? Like you went on campus?
Yeah, what you mean? Yeah.
You went to Del Tech and Morgan State.
Del Tech was second.
So Morgan State first and then Del Tech?
Yeah, Morgan State in Baltimore. And then I was down in Baltimore for like 6 years. And then I came back. But you know, it's one of the best things I've ever experienced though.
Why did you come back?
Cause
it wasn't for you down there?
No. I came back was because I had lost my job and I just ran back home. Yeah, I just ran back home. Like I literally, yeah.
I thought you're not supposed to run back home.
You're not supposed to, and that's why I'm here. A person like me is here to educate you now on. But you also don't be dumb about it. If you know what you need, if you're a fighter and you can survive, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing. Stay out there in Baltimore. Make it work. Make it shake. But and I couldn't. I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I was struggling. I was losing. You know what I mean? Meaning like now I'm back in the mindset of I don't want to work for nobody, but I got bills to pay. So I'm not working. So I'm like losing. So I can either lose everything or I can lose just a little bit and come back and regroup and get myself together. It was one of the toughest decisions I ever made in my life though, because you already think you're away. You like, yeah, everybody know I'm going to college, I'm doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? And now I got to come back and explain what I just said. Got to come back and explain yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, bro, you was just down Baltimore living it up. How you back here? And I'm like, yeah, man.
That's embarrassing.
You right. You 100% right. But guess what that embarrassment did, though? That embarrassment created all 4 of these businesses. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what created these. You right. And if you want to experience that the hard way like I did, let's go. I'm with you. I'm here for you. Want to fall back on me? I got you. Boom. It ain't that bad. Boom, boom, boom. But you're right. You're 100% right. But you got to get over it. And you still got the rest of your life to live. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I had to go through that. So
okay, let me ask you this question. Would you agree that everything in life is mental?
100%. Things could be hard, but as soon as you change your mindset to something, it could be like that same thing. If you be like, all right, so did I use this as an example? Yeah, even mental with you. You not even in control of your brain, and you don't even know it.
Why do you think that?
Because you keep saying it's hard. I keep being late. I know the problem. I'm not changing it. That's all in here. So ain't that funny how you know that, but you're not applying it. That's us in general as humans. We got all the answers, but we don't look at ourselves for the answers. We look at everybody else. You look at Red. You look at me. You look at social media. You look at.
Is that for like support? Or
what?
Like why do we look at other people if we have the answers?
Because we feel like the validation comes from the outside when it's really on the inside. Yeah, it is. So that's what I'm saying. But I'm gonna give you another little tweaker. I went to school. The one time I did like love school was when I went for psychology. When I was at Del Tech and I took psychology. I took Psychology 101 and I took Abnormal Psych. So those 2 things turned me out. It completely changed my life. I recommend that just because all y'all do it. Because once you control your mental, guess what? You control anything. You can control your world. You can do whatever you want to do.
I thought about that the other day. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, 100%. The world, see the thing is, and this is what this is the one trick that y'all don't realize is going on. Life is simple, right?
You know what I think? I feel like a lot of the things that we consume our time with, like social media.
Yeah, but it's
those are used to control your
yes,
mind.
you're 100% right. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
Because they trapping y'all though. Y'all don't even see the trap on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't as crazy as where y'all at with this because we was in the beginning of it. So we was the generation that created. Our first social media website was MySpace. There you go. Black Planet and then MySpace. It was Black Planet. There you go. Black Planet, MySpace, then.
Yes, it really was. AIM, yeah.
Yeah, AIM. So AOL, Black Planet, so MySpace, then Facebook. Facebook is the one that ripped the Band-Aid off and just
It's really
boom.
only supposed to be for college.
Yeah. It started out it started out only at college, and then matter of fact, I had to get somebody. I didn't go to college yet. I'm home, but I know everybody on social media on Facebook. So I had one of my friends give me a login from his email just so I could be on Facebook until I went to school. I mean, by the time I went to school, it was like anybody can get on there. But in the beginning stages of it, yeah, I had to get my homie to give me
That's crazy. I wonder why you did it like that.
well, that's just how it started. It was just supposed to be what it really was. So a lot of it started from good things. It's just the machine of the world corrupted it and learned how to control y'all with it. That's the things that y'all don't hear that because it's boring to y'all to hear that. You know what I'm saying? As a whole, not you as an individual, but as a whole, y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all enjoy it. It's working. You are glued to that phone. I'm glued to it too. So don't get it twisted.
Now, my teacher was saying it's crack for people.
100%.
Your phone.
100%. It's like I struggle with it. Like I literally gotta put that joint over there, especially when I'm working.
When you wake up, first thing in the morning you do is check your phone.
And so literally, right? Literally, it's the movie. It's literally the movie The Matrix.
So I started that, but I didn't finish it.
You're living it. You living it right now.
You don't even gotta watch it.
You don't technically. You could watch it to understand because I don't know if you can do this yet. Step outside yourself to see, right?
I cannot do that. Like meditation stuff, right? Step outside myself.
And once you are learned to, it's levels to it. You got to train to get to it, right? But you got to be able to do that to actually get a truth, right? So like The Matrix is like that. So you should watch it to understand what's going on with you right now.
And stuff like YouTube, Netflix,
all that,
Hulu, Disney Plus.
That's all marketing.
They're not controlled by the government. They're controlled by just some person that could just shut it all down at a random point or put whatever they want on it.
I know he said voice. He might need to be a voiceover for a scary movie or something like that. Like
they did a little bit of this in Russia at some point.
Yeah, it's because if you really do your homework, right? I give this example to my youngest all the time, and to my son. My son had it. All right, my son. Literally, I took him off certain ones, but in China, they don't see the same things y'all see.
I know that their TikTok is completely different.
So that right there should tell you, I'm in the Matrix. So if as much as you possibly can, try to cut a little bit at a time. It's gonna make your life a whole lot easier because that's what's confusing you. That's what's confusing.
Because now it's the point where it's like, how do you entertain yourself? Like when I was younger, I did all the time.
But that's what I'm saying. They took y'all away from being outside, running around, calling your friends. They took that away. Y'all, it's hard for y'all to even sit and talk.
Yeah, I think our generation is a lot more socially awkward.
Yeah.
I blame it on COVID.
Blame it on social media. But listen, if any of y'all need to talk to me, ask any questions outside of here, just hit me up on my gram. If you didn't already follow me,
your clothing page.
Yeah, just shoot me a DM if you got any questions about what we talked about.
Where you going?
Anything that y'all want to talk about, like if y'all have any questions on which way y'all want to go.
You not Holly, you text back.
Oh yeah, I ain't that. I ain't Holly. That's the cool thing. That's the cool word.
No, it's just like
I be forgetting he's older than like.
Yeah, I'm old as dirt.